Last winter, while I walked into my city's underground train station, I noticed a man sitting on the floor. He was homeless, a fact which is so tragically unremarkable that I may not have even needed to mention it at all. In front of him on the ground was a long, dark, mysterious object, black as the asphalt above us. Hovering over the man was an individual dressed in a doctor's uniform, carrying a bag. My best guess is that he was on the way home from his job at some medical facility. The doctor was imploring the man on the ground, who was unresponsive, to go to the emergency room, and that if he didn't get to the hospital he would die. This elicited no response from the homeless man. In fact, he didn't even move. The doctor gave up coercing the man. He had a train to catch. Something about this scene upset me, compelled me to intervene, and as I got closer it became unbelievably clear what the object on the ground was. It was not an object at all. It was the man's bare leg, rotting from his ankle to his knee. The leg was swollen and so ballooned that it lacked the contours human anatomy should have given it. His limb was disgusting. I couldn't help but imagine pushing my finger through and feeling it crumble. If I did this, I further imagined I would find some purple-gray liquid that was not at all what a human leg should contain. Reluctantly, I spoke to the man, asking him his name, but he would not answer. I offered him money or to call for the police, but he would not answer. Finally, I said to him, the words of the doctor, that he would die if he continued on in this state. But he would not answer. In my mind, I thought I've done all that I could and decided to leave. That was my fatal mistake. There was no stranger sensation, no warning, like being hit by lightning and surviving. Reality burned, and I along with it. The homeless man had touched my ankle, and his quiet madness would soon consume me. In the air I could hear a voice, the voice of the doctor, begging and pleading. I reached my arms out blindly, only to find that the homeless man, the bastard, had vanished. How was this possible? I could not see, so I cried. I could not stand, so I crawled. I dragged myself closer and closer to the source of the doctor's remorseful tune until finally finding him. It was around this time that I regained my eyesight, and what I saw devastated me. Black, a monstrous black that enveloped everything I saw and set the tone for this repulsive hellscape. Corpses, all missing limbs, some young, some old, all in an advanced state of decay, arranged perfectly leading to the center. And there hung the doctor. I had never seen a more disgusting sight. The man cursed me, said that he remembers how I glared at him after he walked away, and that now we were both going to die at the hands of that monster. I stood. Hearing those words unlocked what little fight I had left. The doctor laughed. He said, "You have no idea how fast that thing moves." In his voice, I could tell he had resigned himself to death. He told me, "Reach into my waist towards the back." A gun. I took it. He smiled, and then tragically all the life left his body. I was distraught, this being my first time seeing a man die. So I ran as fast as my fear would push me. But this was not fast enough. Like a shadow, the monster would follow me, always silent. I screamed when first I noticed and fired a round behind me. The sound of that bullet striking concrete would ring in my ear like the voice of death itself. Again and again I pulled that trigger, desperately trying to bring an end to this haunting pursuit, until suddenly, click, click, I was out of ammo, defeated, broken and tired. I stopped, closed my eyes, and waited for something terrible to happen.